I gave them, they will eat. They will play. And 10 minutes. You know why he came? Reminder. Will you complete soon? What to do? Huh?
Did you press snooze button on the alarm?
I know. That a soon button, I had to make it snooze button, right? I know. So looks like you get up very early in the morning, right? You set your alarm for 5 o'clock, but snooze up to 7 o'clock, right? So, Sadhu's son-in-law ended up in the jail. Back home, the poor ladies were there, all by themselves. Before, Sadhu used to come back in a month or two after the business trip. 6 months have gone by. Didn't show up. People started spreading rumors why he didn't show up. One unfortunate night, some thieves entered their house, the ladies where they were alone, and cleaned up the entire house. Another 6 months have gone by. Sadhu did not show up. Then people are openly talking. Sadhu might have been dead. Sadhu might have been bankrupt. That's why he did not come home. And the poor ladies are helpless. Practically nothing left for them. One day the mother was sick and she could not even cook. She requested the daughter, can you go and get something for us to eat from friends or relatives' houses? The poor girl went out and came back the next day morning. The mother was very concerned. Kalavati, you are a grown-up girl. Father, husband are not here. Where were you the whole night? What were you doing? The poor girl said, don't be so concerned about me. I didn't do anything wrong. I went to get some food, but almost all the houses are locked. In one house, they were doing Satyanarayana Pooja. And you know, the puja will go on for the whole night. I thought, why coming home empty-handed? I also stayed there for the puja. And I got some prasadam. Only in the morning they gave. I ate and I got some for you also. Enjoy the prasadam. That is when the mother realized and explained to Kalavati, your father should have done the puja before you were born. At least when you are born. If not at the marriage time. We kept on making mistake after mistake. And we are suffering here. We don't know how your father and husband may be suffering in a far off place. Alright, past is past. Get up. Let's go and ask for help from everyone. Let's start doing the puja tonight itself. The ladies decided and they were doing the puja that night. As the puja was going on, Bhagavan appeared in the dream of that king, Chandraketu, and advised him, 1 year back you kept 2 people in the jail. 1 year back you kept 2 people in the jail, thinking that they are thieves. They are not thieves. They committed some offenses towards Bhagavan. That's why they ended up in the jail. 1 year of jail term enough for them. You confiscated their money. Give it back to them. Send them back with some honor and dignity. Enough of their punishment. That King Chandraketu felt very sad. 2 innocent people are there in the jail for 1 year. He got them released immediately. The next morning he brought them to the assembly hall, asked for forgiveness in front of everyone, and requested them only one thing. Sir, it seems you have committed some offenses towards Bhagavan and you ended up in the jail. But I committed a big mistake in keeping you in the jail without a proper inquiry. Had you done business, you would have made some profit, 10%, 20%. I will give you 100% profit. Dhanam dviguni krutam datva. I will double the money you brought and I confiscate it. Just say one word, you have forgiven me, you can go. If you don't forgive me, I don't even have the face to ask Bhagavan for forgiveness. Please forgive me, I will give you double the money. Sadhu is very happy. Who cares even if you are in the jail, right? When you can double the money overnight, right? So he said, okay, you are forgiven, give me my money. Double the money. Good, he got double the money, they started sailing back. Generally, money comes with a lot of arrogance also. Sadhu is no exception. He was making plan after plan. This year I doubled the money. Next year how to double it again. That's all he's thinking. That time Bhagavan came as a sannyasi. You wanted one day to talk about sannyasam, right? I know. In a public I cannot talk, that's why. Sannyas ashramam has a lot of restrictions. You cannot even imagine. You cannot even imagine. Bhagavan came as a sannyasi. What to eat, what not to eat, when to sleep, when not to sleep, when to do the puja, when not to do the puja, what puja to do, what puja not to do, what mantra to chant, what mantras not to chant. Lots of restrictions. A very structured and disciplined way of living. Bhagavan came as a sannyasi. No offenses. If somebody asks you how many saris you have, what do you say? 100, 200, 300, that's how you say. Just to give you one hint, if you become a sannyasi, you cannot have more than 3 pieces of cloth. You have to confine to 3 sets of clothes, not more than 3. If you have the 4th one, you are leading a luxury life. 1 to wear, 1 to wash, 1 in case the other one is not dried up. 1 to wear, 1 to dry, and in case that doesn't dry by evening, then you need another one to wear, right? So, a 3rd one. Otherwise only 2. So like that, Bhagavan came as a sannyasi. He doesn't want any money. But he asked this businessman Sadhu, you seem to be business people, you have ships, what business you do? Sadhu was afraid. Suppose I tell the truth, I have gold, silver business. Yesterday I made double the money. He is afraid. Who knows, this man may say, we have a temple, we have an ashram, donate something, and he doesn't want to do that. So he started telling lies. Swami, why do you worry we have any money or not? No money, nothing. Just ships. Just some flowers, fruits and leaves. Patra pushpa latadibhir yuktva. Just, we are collecting samples, We only some flowers, fruits and leaves, nothing other than that. Bhagavan said, good for you, sir, tadhastu, so be it. That's all. All the money became flowers, fruits and leaves. The ships became so light and they were drifting into the waters. Sadhu was crying and crying. The son-in-law consoled him and said, why do you have to tell so many lies? You committed some blunders and you told me how to make money, but we made money. But how? Sitting with you in the jail for 1 year? Now what happened? We lost all that money also. No point in crying. Come on, let's go and ask him for forgiveness. So both of them ran behind that Swamiji and asked for forgiveness. That is when Bhagavan said, I am not interested in your money. I only came to know whether you have changed or not. Never forget that Lakshmi Pati, Narayana is called Lakshmi Pati, Shriyah Pati. Because when Sadhu said, Swamiji, get me my money back, I will give you 10%, I will give you 20%, I will give you 50%. Bhagavan is not a commission agent to work for 10%, 20%. That is why he said, do not forget Shriyah Pati. After all, poor fellow, what is your 10%, 20%? When Narayana's wife is Mahalakshmi and she is the one giving all the devotees millions and millions. Sadhu got his money back. He promised not to forget Lakshmi Narayana this time. He came home. While coming home, he was thinking, why I am making so many mistakes? I could have done the puja even before my child was born, at least when she was born, at least at the marriage time. I could have been a good person. I was so arrogant. I heard that Swamiji, I lost the money, I got it back. No, this is not worth living. Let me change. He decided. Then and there he wanted to do the puja. So they just got out of the ships, they were there on the river banks, sent a word to his wife and daughter to come there to the river so that he can do the puja there, then go home. By then the mother and daughter were one more time doing the puja. It was halfway through. The daughter, a young girl, 1 year back she got married. The husband went on a business trip and returned. That girl didn't even complete the puja, didn't even take tirtham, prasadam or anything. Came rushing to see her husband. Everyone was watching. That son-in-law along with his ship started sinking into the river. Poor girl Kalavati thought, what kind of a life I will have at such a young age with no husband. So she also decided to jump into the river and end her life. That is when Sadhu prayed to Bhagavan Narayana. Swami, I made so many mistakes, forgive me. From today I promise you I will become a pure devotee. For my mistakes, don't punish this innocent child. Listening to the prayers of Sadhu, Bhagavan revealed as an invisible voice, Kalavati, you started the puja, never completed, never took tirtham, never took prasadam. Great offense to do like this. Please go home, complete the puja, take tirtham, prasadam and come. Everything should be fine. Good, Kalavati did accordingly. When she came back, everybody was watching. The son-in-law who everybody thought is dead is there seen floating, coming from the other side of the river in his ship. From that time, Sadhu could not believe what all Sriman Narayana can do. And he became such a pure devotee, unimaginably good devotee. If somebody says, I keep on making mistakes, when I correct them, I will become a devotee, you will never become. In spite of your mistakes, surrender to Krishna. With Krishna's help, you can become a pure devotee. Same thing, with Bhagavan Narayana's help, Sadhu became such a pure devotee. In the next birth, this Sadhu was elevated as Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. Manu is the one who wrote the Hindu law book Manudharma Shastra. Even though he made so many mistakes in the beginning, once he corrected himself, once he knew his making mistakes, stopped them and became a pure devotee, Bhagavan will never take any vengeance on any devotee. Bhagavan elevated him as Manu. That is why Lord Krishna says, Apichetsu duracharo bhajate mam ananyabhak sadhureva samantavyaha. He brings in the example of the sadhu over there. Sadhureva samantavyaha. As that sadhu was elevated to the level of a Manu, I will forgive all your sins. Become my devotee, he says. That is why this puja is called Satyanarayana Pooja.